Hi, today we're going down to the Cape May Peninsula AVA in the southernmost tip of New Jersey. We're going to go see Todd and Kenna Wuerker, and they own Hawk Haven Vineyards, and you're going to have an absolute blast. They're not far from the water, and you've got those beautiful moderating winds from the Atlantic Ocean and the Delaware Bay. You're going to have a lot of fun with this. These guys make great sparkling wines, fun patinat, and they make really good solid wines as well. You're going to get a lot of vinifera here. Really an impressive place. You're going to have a lot of fun. Come on, let's go. I'm on the way to Rio Grande, New Jersey. I'm headed to the Cape May Peninsula AVA at the southernmost tip of the state. The region is characterized by well-drained sandy loam soils and moderated by the influence of the Atlantic Ocean and Delaware Bay. Hawk Haven produces wine from Albarino, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Gewürztraminer, Merlot, Petit Verdot, Pinot Grigio, Riesling, Sangiovese, Sauvignon Blanc, Syrah, Tempranillo, Viognier, and Pinot Noir grapes. The winery has a wonderful outdoor space to enjoy a glass of wine and watch the sky go by. Todd and Kenna Wuerker established Hawk Haven Vineyard in 2008, opening the tasting room just 1 year later. Hawk Haven's first vintage was in 2007. At Hawk Haven Vineyard, Todd is one of the most forward-thinking winemakers on the East Coast. The tasting room at Hawk Haven is beautifully appointed and just waiting for visitors. Todd has his heart set on being a high-end sparkling wine producer. He's released several Petnats that have been highly praised. His Petnat Malbec Syrah was lovely. I also tasted the not yet released Pinot Noir Petnat that was incredible, with lush, fresh strawberries and cherries and hints of key lime. He also had a lemon citrus sour bomb of an Albarino Petnat that was absolutely outrageous. Hawk Haven Vineyard Brut Method Champenois Estate. The wine was made from a traditional blend of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, all estate grown. Wuerker's hope was to keep it classic by producing the wine using the method Champenois, the classic method of making sparkling wine in the Champagne region for centuries. A lot of care and attention went into the making of this small production, high-quality wine. The wine was fantastic. The lovely straw-colored wine was filled with long strings of lovely pearlish bubbles, a nose of bread, ripe pear, lovely fresh apple with tropical aromas, hints of lemon curd, toast, vanilla, cream. The aftertaste of the fresh apple spritzed with lemon lingered on the palate. Lovely, refreshing, crisp wine, bright and beautiful and complex, elegant, refined. Next was the Reserve Chardonnay. Really spectacular. I'm going to let Todd tell you all about it.
All right, so how are you? My name is Todd Wuerker. I'm the owner and winemaker at Hawk Haven Vineyard and Winery. This wine that we've just poured here is our Reserve Chardonnay, which is clones 76 and 95, which are the Dijon clones. So we really like the ripening and the fruit characteristics that we get on this wine. It is barrel aged for 8 months. So we also do a non-ML on this, so we're keeping that acidity fresh. A little bit, we'll kind of blend in some with it just to kind of round out the acids and soften the wine up, but we still retain a lot of those nice, citrus characteristics that go along with the wine. So a real crowd pleaser in a barrel fermented wine.
This was a lovely Chardonnay. You get all that fresh pear and apple. You get a little bit of baked apple. You get a little bit of toast and vanilla. There's a nice creamy, smooth feel to it. But it is an East Coast Chard, so it's got some great acidity, and it's a wonderful, wonderful wine. Really loved this. From there, we went over to the winery and barrel room where we did a tasting there with Todd. While Todd was opening his bottles, we were getting ready to try the dry Riesling. Really excited about this because Todd's dry Riesling is fantastic. Lots of bright green apple with some lemon lime finish to it. Really an exceptional Riesling with lots of bite to it. Really a wonderful drinking wine. The Gewürztraminer was up next, and I love Gewürztraminer. The nose was explosive, lots of green apple and lots of exotic tropical fruits. It was wonderful on the palate. That apple comes through in a beautiful way, and that ending with the grapefruit just really pops and zings you. Oh, fantastic Gewürz. Hawk Haven's Pinot Noir Rosé is a beautiful wine filled with fresh strawberries, cherries, and again you get that lovely sort of key lime ending to it. Very pretty, smooth, refreshing. Next up was the Estate Syrah. Big notes of plum, vanilla, pomegranate. This wine was fermented on Viognier skins in the classic French style. This was an exceptional wine, and I always look forward to this one. A tremendous East Coast Syrah. Next up was the Hawk Haven Cabernet Franc. This is a 100% Cabernet Franc. It's aged 20 months in neutral French oak. So you're talking about a big fruit-forward Cabernet Franc. Lovely color. You got big notes of black cherry, cedar, cocoa. Really lovely red wine. Up next was Talon, which is a blend. I love blends. And this was a blend of 50% Sangiovese, 33% Merlot, and 17% Syrah. It was aged for 20 months in neutral French oak. You had lovely notes of red currant, black currant. You had some really deep red flavors here. They came across beautifully, and then you had a lovely soft finish with some great tannins and just a really pretty red blend. Q was the final wine of the tasting, and it was spectacular. This is their Meritage style wine. It's a Cabernet Franc, 54%, Merlot, 22%, Cabernet Sauvignon 13%, and Malbec 11%. Aged 20 months in French oak. This was a big, beautiful wine with dark cherry, black currant, leather, plum. Just absolutely stunning with a big dry finish and just a long lingering cherry. Just incredible. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. Todd's a good friend of mine, been down there several times. I've tasted many of his wines. Can't say enough thank you to Todd and his group and folks over there. I went with a great number of folks as well for that last tasting that we did in the winery. So we had a lot of fun. Wines are really terrific. You got to go down to Hawk Haven. We'll see you next time. Well, that's it for this edition of the Great American Winery Stroopwaffle. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll come back soon. And in the meantime, drink local.